He'll score!
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome, everybody. Tuesday. Old school 93.7 The Ticket. Jay Foreman, tell them about the Mercado.
The Mercado. It's a butcher shop in Lincoln, Nebraska, certified Piedmontese. They have every cut of meat with their own special ingredients. I will tell you, the certified Piedmontese is off the chain. I keep saying it and keep saying it, because it is for real. You know, when they came out with the Mercado and you heard about it, like, oh, that can't be a different type of meat, you know. It's definitely really good. So get over to the Mercado. They got great service over there, too.
Yeah, nice restaurant upstairs. You can go into the deli.
Great atmosphere, great service, spacious. Obviously, clean in there, but all the lines in there are clean. It's a good time.
Good stuff all the way around. 402-464-5685. Starter Hammond text line, Honda Lincoln hotline. Lots to talk about. Let's get into it as we go. You can follow on the live video stream by Starter Hammond, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter live as well. I kind of wanted to push this in the direction of the press conference, right? Mm-hmm. We finally get to hear from Scott Frost. We get to hear from a couple of players today, right?
Mm-hmm.
Jay, did you catch any of that?
No, not really. What happened?
Nathan Brennan, if you would please, if you would please dive into some of the explanation.
Nate be there. Nate he'd be up at 5 o'clock in the morning ready to report
with his little with his little brother suit on.
Yep. Just straight off the bench.
His medium shirt.
I look good in that suit. I'll tell you that.
Go ahead.
You all right.
Go ahead.
Go ahead with your best self.
All right. Give us one. Pick any clip of the day.
All right. This is the possible tension between Coach Frost and Coach Whipple.
No, not at all. He's really smart, really good at what he does. We have a lot of other coaches that are really smart, really good at what they do. We just need to find our rhythm of putting all the best stuff together. And I thought it was good on Saturday. It can be better.
Jay?
Yeah, I mean, I don't see what's the big deal. What are they supposed to be a rift or something? Because of what?
Well, some people said, because Scott said that, we need to get more creative, and he said those things, and then he also
was somewhat critical after the game.
But he said that he didn't even realize he was being critical. He didn't realize what he said. He said he didn't realize. He said, we need to be more creative on offense. He don't remember.
Sometimes, to be honest with you, when you're that's why they like for players, it's like, I don't know how long it is before the media can come in. You need to cool off. And sometimes you can say something that you can say it, but in your mind, you're thinking one thing and then people perceive, anyways. I think with this situation, obviously when Nebraska loses, people are going to look for anything to kind of, hang their hat on to kind of find out a reason why Nebraska lost, or, Scott's always called plays, essentially, he was offensive coordinator at Oregon for quite some time. And then you go to Central Florida, head coach, play caller. You've been here. So that's, for the last, say, 4, 2, 6, just 3 or 4 there, almost the last 10 years he's called plays. And I'm sure when he didn't call plays officially at Oregon, he was heavily involved in play call. You know what I mean? So that's all he knows. So that's what people are looking for. And I think that, Scott's done a good job of kind of handing it over to Coach Whipple, and then everybody's kind of trying to see, or if there's some, rifts there or anything like that. I just think that I don't think it's there, and I think that, the fact that they didn't score much in the second half after those quick 14 points more came down to them not executing. And I talked about it before. Defensively, if I felt like it was a schematic thing, or offensively like a schematic thing, or like plays, there wasn't like routes or concepts that were open, then I'd be like, yeah, we got something to worry about. These are all fixable issues, whether it's dropping the ball, being more crisp in the running game as far as getting movement at the point of attack, and then realistically getting up to the second level, defensively playing with the right leverage, both as a one-on-one player, like taking on blocks, strong, violent hands, and tackling better has nothing to do with schematics. Now, within that scheming, when you play it better, you look like you play faster and you play together and you swarm as a defense. But when you start guessing and assuming plays, you guess and assume, and you get left, right? And then offensively, just comes down to making those plays. I know that the ball placement on a couple passes to some of the receivers on underneath routes could have been, instead of at them, like in the center of their body or a little bit behind them, sure. But at the end of the day, like I said yesterday, I can't speak for Mickey. I just know what type of competitor he is. I know what type of competitor both of his brothers are because I've been on teams where they've been coaching. So I know what they're made of, or I can assume what they're made of. And I know what type of coach he has. He's going to coach to perfection regardless of the situation. So he's telling those players, I assume what he's doing. So again, I'm going to say I'm not speaking for Mickey, but I'm sure he's just saying that we got to make those plays. We got to make those plays in quarter 1, 2, and 3. But dang it, we got to make it, especially in the fourth quarter.
Here's the question for me that still remains, and I have to ask you this: as a coach, in order for you to fix a thing that is wrong, don't you have to admit that there's something wrong with it first?
I'll go into that. You mentioned tackling, and that's a big part of it too. I'll go ahead and play you guys what Frost said on tackling.
Yeah, okay. Overall, it wasn't bad. We had, I don't know, 5 or 6 glaring ones.
I'm sorry.
Open field ones. Give a lot of credit to their backs. I thought they did a really good job at the end of runs with one last cut. And
y'all set me up there.
No,
overall,
yeah, you did.
I believe in this group. I think they're going to be a really good team.
Nate, this is your get out of jail free
look
card.
on his face.
This is your get out of jail free card, man.
Runs. We missed a couple tackles. I see that getting better as the year goes on.
Look.
No, he is right.
Here's the reaction.
Hold on, but you do got to give credit to their backs. Them boys, them cats was coming.
So they did Division I back things.
Yeah, but they're better backs than people give them credit for. No, granted, I'm not.
Well, he had 1,000 yards in the Big Ten last year,
and
the second dude would have had 1,000 had he not got hurt.
Yeah, tore his ACL.
Right. So they're good backs, and they're good in the open field, and they're physical. Both of them are physical, and they're both built differently too.
Mm-hmm.
So that gives you problems as well. That's not an excuse. That's just the reality. 26, his gait, his target area is still is small, and then he even, they even said numerous times he went and got in the weight room so he could finish stronger in the season. You could tell, and so when you're a taller linebacker or inside guy, you got to make sure your strike area is good. But you can't have your strike area good if your fundamentals aren't to the point, and everybody
say that again though.
And everybody around you isn't doing their job because, like I said yesterday, I remember a play. It was a defensive back that set the edge. He set the edge, still going up field. So yes, in theory, in the book of football, you set the edge because you're outside the fullback, wingback, pulling, whatever it had to be, right? But once you go upfield and the play is coming downfield, that gap, it becomes humongous. And it's extremely hard for the guy, which assumed would be for me, inside linebacker scraping, if I have to get over top some junk, whether it's somebody getting pushed back in my lap or I have to get shock and release off offensive tackle. In this case, happened to be 77.
This is a Mike Tomlin quote. If you're playing a game of football, especially defensively, it is not only do your job, it is do your job and then.
Yeah, and then play football.
And then, set the edge. Did you set the edge? Okay. Was the play made?
Yeah.
No. And then what? Then what do you do?
Yeah, that's what it came down to. But then you talk about the situations. The best tackling teams are teams that don't give running backs a lot of space. You bottle the guys up. There's way too much space. Now, they got into some different looks and obviously came with some adjustments based off what Nebraska did in the first couple series. Because you saw Nebraska in the first couple series, they were fast flowing, and there was 4 or 5 guys every time they had the ball. Even if they got a couple yards, there's still 4 or 5. But then as the game went on, it was a lot of one-on-one tackling, maybe 2 guys there, and those 2 guys were generally guys in your third level. Okay, so those in the fundamentals, what I mean by that is alignment, assignment, aggressive, over and over and over, and everybody doing the same thing or doing the right thing.
Ooh.
And doing it all together.
Ooh,
I think
that one from the text line. Yeah.
Is this Colorado Herbie?
Yeah.
I think this is a good question for both of you guys, and I'll go ahead and ask it for him. All fixable problems, does anyone have confidence this coach can fix them?
Well, I mean, it's on the whole coaching staff, though. It's just not Scott's job to fix, everything. That's what the assistant coaches do. I mean, look, and it's also on the players too. I mean, the players. I mean, you have got to ask yourself, what was going on with me? Because, like I said, it's not a schematic thing, offensively or defensively. It's not a schematic thing. I'm fully confident. I don't think it's because on the flip side, when you're missing a lot of tackles or you're out of position, that means you're actually you're actually within the realm of where you're supposed to be. You just ain't making the play. So now we got to figure out where we're going to make the plays. I don't think they ever truly got out leverage, like when Mike Riley was here and the Minnesota just kept running to the boundary off the left side to like the tune of 10 yards and there wasn't any adjustments. I just think we just didn't play well. We didn't do the simple things, and we were at times really, really bad at it.
I think for this one,
Ben just going all the way nuclear.
Yeah, I mean, this is where
Ben. Let me tell you something, Scott. They are not sending me a check. Haven't sent any check, and you are correct. They probably do need to send me a check, but no, they don't send me a check.
Well, which is a part of the thing that I have issue with most is that if you tell me that everything's fixable and you tell me that there's talent, you tell me that the coaches are in place, you have the right coaches in place, you have players who can make plays, and quite frankly and consistently, you don't make plays. Something's missing. And to me, it's kind of disrespectful to say we're close. It's kind of disrespectful to say that everything's okay. Like it could
well, I mean,
be.
as a coach, he's got he can't get up there after week 1. It's like, man, this is horrible. We ain't got a chance in hell to win.
No, because that wasn't true either. They had a chance to win. What he could say
what I'm saying is that 2 days after the game or 3 days after the game, and say, man, this season's over with. It's just a matter of time. We're just horrible.
Right.
As a coach, you got to show confidence and understand and have a solution to it, which I'm sure he. Or they all as a staff articulate to the players what we need to do better as a whole group, and this is how we're going to fix it. So that's where everything's fixable. And
that's what I want to know. Yeah. Like what do you?
Well,
doing?
I mean, it's not our business to know that though.
Well, no, actually, it is.
No, it's not because we're not on the team.
No. As we're here to have the conversation about what's happening in the most important program in the entire state. We speak on a regular basis how important Nebraska football is to the economy, the mood, the vibrancy, all that stuff. Why? Because the energy that's put towards it. And so you sit back and talk about it and say, okay, are you going to get it right? Because we want you to get it right. We're rooting for you to get it right.
Right. But I mean, it's not his job to tell us like the intricacies of what they do on a day-to-day basis. If that was the case, you'd be able to go to practice 24/7.
Which is a whole other question. We'll talk about that when we come back.
You're listening to Old School with DP and J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hey, this is Ernest Hausman. As a linebacker from Nebraska, I know how important it is to have a strong defense and a great playbook. If you are looking for a solid team to have your back, check out my friends at Burke Brown Law. Burke and Jackson will work with you to create an individualized strategy to bolster your defense.
Hi, this is Burke. Give us a call at 402-606-1441. With locations in Lincoln and Columbus, we're ready to tackle your needs. Find us online at burkebrownlaw.com.
Trendy or traditional, Gary Michaels Clothiers specializes in men's tailored clothing. Off the rack or custom made to measure, there is simply no better shopping experience. Offering designer furnishings, sportswear, shoes, outerwear, and accessories for a man always concerned at looking his best. With world-class tailoring and personal service, all makes Gary Michaels Clothiers Nebraska's premier store for men. Come visit us now at Village Gardens, south of 56th and Pine Lake Road in Lincoln.
There's nothing quite like the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese Beef. The Mercado offers unique ingredients you can't find anywhere else, open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The full-service butcher shop and retail store is wonderful for meat lovers with their exclusive certified Piedmontese beef and assorted sausages, plus other quality meats, including pork, chicken, and a wide range of the freshest seafood. Plus, every Friday from 11 to 2, the Mercado serves up the best lunch in town on their Friday Feast menu. Stop in at the Mercado today at 84th and Havelock or visit their website at cpmercado.com to see current deals.
There's a lot of realtors in Lincoln, but don't get overwhelmed by all the names. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realtor Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate is your go-to option when buying or selling residential and commercial property. Ben's team offers unbeatable customer service and promises to make the buying and selling process as stress-free as possible. Call Ben today at 402-419-6309 for all your real estate needs. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate. No pressure, just professionalism.
The Labor Day savings event is going on now at Schaefer's. Take advantage of store-wide savings, interest-free financing, and special Labor Day cashback rebates. Right now, save on Whirlpool and Maytag appliances with up to $500 in rebates. Plus, when you update your kitchen appliances with new energy-efficient Whirlpool or Maytag models, you can take up to 18 months to pay interest-free. Hurry in for the Labor Day savings event going on now at Schaefer's, 48th and R, Lincoln.
Hey, it's Sean Callahan, and football season is here, and there is one place that has all the games, plus great food and beer specials. Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill. Whether it's Thursday night football, college football Saturdays, NFL Sundays, or Monday night football, there's a great view of the game from any seat with different food and drink specials every night. Try the Blue Ribbon Reuben Sandwich or the Prime Rib French Dip or any of their famous chicken wings. That's Tanner's Bar and Grill at 30th and Yankee Hill.
Warhorse Casino is bringing winning opportunities to Lincoln. Get in on the action at our next job fair, Tuesday, September 6th from 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. at the Husker Marriott. We're hiring trailblazers in every department: revenue auditors, IT, drop team, beverage servers, and more. Every employee is treated like family, and every role is essential in creating a one-of-a-kind experience. Go to warhorsecasino.com for more information or to apply.
John Henry's Plumbing, heating and air.
When it comes to your home or business, we know you have options, and that's why John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning gives you just that, options. We have plumbing, heating, and cooling memberships to serve all of your residential and commercial needs. We want to ensure you, your family, and your business are safe. Visit our website, jhlincoln.com, to find out more or call us at
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, heating and air.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Another warm, late August day on the way. We'll top out near 90 this afternoon. A north wind at around 10, plenty of sunshine. Overnight clear skies with a low dropping down to around 58. Even warmer tomorrow with a high of 94. Very slim chance of some late afternoon storms. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Nebraska fans, it's almost time for college football season. Brokers Insurance Agency in Lincoln is a proud donor of Nebraska athletics. Brokers Insurance Agency is located at 33rd and A Streets in the heart of Lincoln. At Brokers, they can help you with all your insurance needs. Let them worry about your insurance so you have more time to enjoy the college football season. Call one of their licensed agents today at 402-420-5353 or visit their website at brokersinsurancene.com. Go Big Red.
Get a lot of advice about self-care these days, but one of the most important self-care steps we can take is making sure we're financially secure later in life. For small steps you can take to save for retirement, visit WeSaySaveIt.org. A message from AARP and the Ad Council.
Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Every now and then. And poor Nathan, I'm like, I had to explain him, like, yeah, you about to get the real information. That stuff that goes on. Jay Foreman, I will forward this to you so that you have it, my friend. So you know what it is. 402-464-5685. Sartor Heyman text line. Honda Lincoln hotline. We greatly appreciate you guys hanging out. I asked the question, because there's so many questions in play, right? You were asked about tackling and whether this was a fixable thing. I'll go one step further into it and ask, is that a?
Oh yeah, that's real. That's real.
Is that a repetition thing?
It's just
yeah.
It's just I wouldn't say it's an easy fix. It's you know what to do. It's just something that you just gotta kind of do every day, and and like I said, that much space, the tackles aren't going to be your tackling, say, percentage is going to be lower, one-on-one tackling, because a running back that has space should always make the first guy miss.
Mm-hmm. Linebacker or not, he should make a miss.
Linebacker or not, so he should be thinking what I'm going to do to the second guy,
mm-hmm.
because they're better athletes, and so that's where you saw a lot of space. And then, like I said, from the first couple series, you saw 4 or 5 guys rallying to the ball, and you'd be like, you didn't even know who made the play until they got up off the pile.
Right.
That's a good thing.
Right.
And then as the game went on, you saw a lot more, guys on the edges and out there in space, and their running backs are good backs. And the way that because both of them can catch out of the backfield, both of them can make you miss out of the backfield, and both of them are strong runners, and they run behind their pads, both of them.
Describe that, because people
running behind your pads is somebody that they're not afraid of contact, but they're running with, like I said, we used to call it the gate, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the gate is like your strike area, and so some guys, and that's just comes down to some guys are longer from their hip to have long legs, some have like longer torsos. The guys I used to have problems with that might be 5'11", and their torso was maybe a little smaller, or a little longer or whatever, because then they could get, they're hard to get underneath the pads. And so both of them run behind their pads. They're very physical. And when they make a cut, they don't tiptoe. So, and they're running and they're setting up their blocks. I think they also did a really good job of knowing like the bases of our scheme. So when they were trying to make their moves, they
knew where people were going to be.
And so, and like I said, both of them are physical backs. Both of them are quick backs, and both of them were decent enough out the backfield. And so they're a matchup problem. And then when they have space and you have 2 guys that are really running, they're always fresh. You got to think, one guy had 22 carries, one had 19. That's
mm-hmm.
a lot of carries.
Mm-hmm.
That's 41 carries.
Rotation, a part of what
we
talked about.
And I think 11 had a couple. I mean, so they had probably 45 carries conventional run game, because there's no run, there's no
But
RPO.
We talked about that player personnel rotation is important. That's a big part of in-game management. People think it's just play call. No, it's getting the right people on the field and off the field at the right time so that you have balance and that you don't get gassed and go in the tank late third quarter, fourth quarter.
Well, they got 2 quality backs that you got to play them, and they started to see some cracks in the armor or whatever as far as running game, and we didn't put them away, and so by us not putting them away allowed them, with that much time left when it was 28-17, to really just not get away from their game plan.
And you couldn't get them off the field. Like you couldn't get tired defenders off the field.
Well, once they got the ball back at the 40, they can still run the ball, because at the end of the day, if they get a first down or two, even though they feel like they can make a kick. So now you're only down really by 1 score. And, I think what really gave them confidence being down 11 is being down 11 in the first half and finding a way to get 14 kind of quick points. That, I think, gave them confidence. And that kind of, I think put Nebraska's defense emotionally on their heels a little bit. Like, whoa, these boys are, they're hitting us with simple bootleg action, right? I mean, they hit us with bootleg action first couple times with the tight end. I mean, heck, the dude caught one and he was hurt when he caught it and just went right down. Then they came back with a bootleg action with their little receiver, I think Washington, and they ran him out of slot and just kind of ran it there. So there was conceptually what they were doing, and their bootleg was putting sometimes our drop down safety in a little bit of a bind that he had to be disciplined to play high to low, deep to short, and we weren't playing deep to short.
Well,
in theory, I don't know what the calls
and just
were.
not identifying what other player on the field offensively could put them under duress. Like, who's going to be a threat to me?
Well, yeah,
there's basic stuff. A lineup going. There's nobody to cross in my space.
It was the receiver. Yeah, you were just covering grass, but generally, if you could go, I mean, granted, look, we could go back and we watched the game from the couch. We weren't in that. Well, like I always say, the vortex of being in the game of the emotions, and that's part of the experience that a lot of these players, even though they were black shirts, don't have,
right,
or didn't have, right. They didn't have the experience of answering the bell from the very first play and then having to play 85 plays. You get what I'm saying?
Is that deep water we talk about?
Well, I mean, that's it. And the only way that you don't get that by. You just don't wake up on a Monday and be like, I'm an experienced player. So that's why in camp, it's really, really hard to be able to communicate and over communicate. The best defenses are generally the chatty ones, and it's led by your second level because you have to orchestrate the defense. Playing middle linebacker is almost like you have to be a selfless position because I have to line up the 3 or 4 dudes that are ahead of me. I have to make sure that me and the guys behind me are on the same page as far as checks and stuff like that. And I have to know it all. I have to do my job, be physical, and know what the offense is doing. And you got to do all that secondary because I'm directing the guys in front of me, assisting the guys behind me.
You know what you're doing. You got to make sure they know what you're doing and know what they're doing.
But your wants are last.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you'll cover the thing.
Yeah, you're directing and assisting, and then you have to play. And so, but it takes a unique person and a person that really devils into it. But I think Nebraska's defensively, all their stuff is fixable. It's getting back to knowing what everybody does. Just don't know your job. Don't know if you're a right outside linebacker what you're doing. You got to know what the defensive tackle's doing and what the ball side linebacker's doing, what the corner's doing, because everything goes together. And know everything, and that will know the why. That's what I'm saying, and that'll help you play faster and smarter, and everybody else will play faster and smarter, and then you will look more physical, and then then you'll be off the field, and you won't be able to just line up and get punched in the face from 55 yards of rushing.
Let me ask you this then, Jay. You say
in the game, that's what I meant in the fourth quarter.
There are a lot of things that are fixable about this team. 1 to 10, your confidence level that it actually will be fixed.
Well, I can speak it. Well, let's just start with defense, right?
Okay.
I am more than certain they will fix it. More than certain, because I know majority of the players what they're made of.
Is this a wake up call, or is that what?
I mean, sure. I mean, why wouldn't it? I mean, you play like crap.
No, but,
I mean, of course, it's a wake up call
because that hasn't always been the case here.
Oh, I think it is. I think it's a dose of reality that some guys needed. That hey, look, this is serious. I mean, granted, like I said, I always said, win 8 games with this schedule is easy, but it's going to be hard.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of like double talk, but it's the truth. So I think I have the confidence that they'll fix it.
Things to know. I mean, that's a great point, Nate, because we don't know.
I think they'll fix it. I'd be very surprised if they go out there and tackle the way that they tackled. And let's just play the game or what if. Let's guarantee that they tackle well Saturday, right? You get what I'm saying? It's more important that you tackle well the following Saturday. Because I need to see. Everybody wants you to see it doing. That's where the confidence comes from, right?
If they were playing let me say just for tackling in itself.
You said if they play Wisconsin,
no. Just from tackling,
Wisconsin, I'd be like,
they're playing Oklahoma this week.
Well, but I'd say this with Wisconsin's offense and straight ahead style, where it's more fit and finish rather than sprint and finish, right? I'd feel better that Nebraska linebackers would make all tackles this week. North Dakota is a spread and misdirection, high optics, high IQ.
I'm the opposite. See, I'm the opposite. This right here, this goes right into their wheelhouse.
You think so?
All this stuff like that. That's what they used to going against. All this like little, chicken
Okay.
wing stuff.
Yeah, okay.
They have had problems with owning your gap, like you said. Do your job, and then.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting. All right. Here's what we'll do. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll give away some smiles, put up some smiles and do that thing. And then we'll talk more about it because North Dakota's coming and they don't have any fear. You know how I know? They said so. We'll be right back.
Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
There's nothing quite like the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese beef. The Mercado offers unique ingredients you can't find anywhere else, open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The full-service butcher shop and retail store is wonderful for meat lovers with their exclusive certified Piedmontese beef and assorted sausages, plus other quality meats, including pork, chicken, and a wide range of the freshest seafood. Plus, every Friday from 11 to 2, the Mercado serves up the best lunch in town on their Friday Feast menu. Stop in at the Mercado today at 84th and Havelock or visit their website at cpmercado.com to see current deals. Nebraska fans, it's almost time for college football season. Brokers Insurance Agency in Lincoln is a proud donor of Nebraska Athletics. Brokers Insurance Agency is located at 33rd and A Streets in the heart of Lincoln. At Brokers, they can help you with all your insurance needs. Let them worry about your insurance so you have more time to enjoy the college football season. Call one of their licensed agents today at 402-420-5353 or visit their website at brokersinsurancenE.com. Go Big Red.
Hey, buying a used vehicle sucks, and the biggest problem is who can you trust? Hey, this is Carl from Price Right Auto out here at West O Street in Lincoln. Here's what customers have told us they want from us. They want transparent pricing with no games. We have all of our pricing on our website, plus a Carfax report. We don't want to buy a lemon. We include a 3-month warranty on all of our vehicles. We don't want to play games. Just make it simple. You saw that with non-commissioned salespeople. Can you trust us? Just check out our Google reviews. Again, this is Carl from Price Right Auto on West O. Check us out at pricerightauto.com.
Join us this Friday from 4 to 6 p.m. at Husker Bank at 84th and O for a tailgate to get ready for Nebraska's first home game. DP and J will be on air with a guest appearance by Larry the Cable Guy with free food and drink for the whole 2 hours. That's this Friday from 4 to 6 p.m. at Husker Bank on 84th and O.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful. I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman. Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back.
Sure.
Sutter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SutterHeyman.com.
The weather in Nebraska is unpredictable every day, and that's no fun when you're trying to golf. Double Eagle Golf in West Lincoln is now open to let you play in perfect indoor conditions daily. Double Eagle Golf has 5 simulator bays to hit in, by far the most in Lincoln. It has a fully stocked bar with beers and cocktails for you to enjoy while you play. Double Eagle Golf is open each weekday from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m., so you can start the day there, take a client over lunch, or end the night with friends. Check out Double Eagle Golf today inside the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric is the call I make when I have a need for plumbing services. Whether it's for my home or office, if I need a repair to a water heater, softener, or even my garbage disposal, I know I can count on Action to help. In one simple call, their amazing customer service team promptly schedules a service call, often getting to my needs within a day. Action delivers honest quality services we can count on. To learn more, visit actionlincoln.com.
Bagels and Joe is in full summer mode. They'll add cold foam to the top of any iced coffee. Plus, they now have a Joe Coffee Club. Get unlimited drip coffee for just $8.95 per month. And don't forget their delicious breakfast burritos and sandwiches. Bagels and Joe, 4 Lincoln locations.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
In today's day and age, people are trying to do more and more projects by themselves. That might be better on the wallet, but it can also lead to painful sounds like this. Ow! Poor guy, trying to do wiring all by himself. Let's have another listen. It's just not worth it. Don't hurt yourself or make things worse than they are already. For any of your electric needs, call Joe at Ambition Electric today at 402-217-3415 or go to ambitionelectric.com.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again. Then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
Learn more at smokeybear.com.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Back to Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Final segment, hour one, Old School. Thank you guys for bouncing us through text line. We appreciate you being active and adding to the show. This is a brief break. Again, find out something you're celebrating. Something you're doing today. Nathan, you had a good day today, right?
I always have a good day, DP.
Right?
I always have a good day.
Lots to celebrate, right?
Oh, yeah.
Right? If you're celebrating something, share it. Big day coming up. New job. Looking for a job. We got several places for you to go. We can help you out with that. Got a new job, graduate, back in school, back at work, recovering or otherwise. Put it on the text line. Let us know. And so we can take care of you. Compliments to folks from Beatrice Bakery. I shared a video. There's a lot of stuff in there for you. There's a lot of choices. So hit us up on the text line, 424-645-5685, if you would, please. And we will put a smile on your or someone else's face. Compliments of Beatrice Bakery. Let's go to Honda Lincoln Hotline. Brian has something to say. Brian, what's up?
Hey, guys. Good show today.
Thank you.
One observation I have, and I'd like to get you guys' take on this, and I've been having this discussion with a lot of the friends and whatnot, and I surprisingly been seeing more agreement on my thoughts on this than I thought. I think a recurring problem for Nebraska, really since they've gotten to the Big Ten, they've been kind of light on their front seven on defense. And I thought that showed up again against Northwestern. And when they get into the meat of the schedule, you're talking Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, Iowa, I think it's going to be a recurring challenge this year. And, they're going to have to try to figure out how to cover up that deficit by running the ball better. But also, I wonder if they'll look at their rotation as well. But I still think they're light on that front seven on defense, and I think that's been a problem for the past 10 years because in a lot of these games in the Big Ten Conference, they end up getting pushed around, starting about that middle of that third quarter until the end of the game, and it happened again on Saturday. Anyway, that's my thought.
Jay, what do you think?
Yes and no. I mean, I don't think this day and age of the game, you're going to have, linebackers 240s, like me, like 6'2", 6'2 and a half, 6'3", 240, 45. I mean, unless he's, Micah Parsons or something. But I don't think necessarily the size or something. I mean, sure, yeah, you'd like to be a little bit bigger at some spots, but I think it just comes down to run defense is fitting in the right spot and being where you need to be. Wisconsin's inside linebackers aren't big. Last year, the Chanel kid was big. I mean, he was like 260, but overall, they're not generally. Orr's not a big guy. The guy that they have coming back isn't a big guy. Northwestern linebackers weren't overly big. Now, Patty Fisher was 6'4", 240. He was a dude. Ohio State linebackers are average. I just think that, guys just need to, when you're playing run defense and you're playing against these teams like Wisconsin, Iowa, I guess Northwestern, say the Michigan State, Ohio State, Penn State when they're really rolling. A lot of it comes down to team defense and playing with the right leverage and then speed. And I do think in the beginning with Bo's team, he had a Big 12 roster, and so he was still trying to play a little bit of Big 12 defense, with a Big 12 roster. Didn't work out well, and that's what I think you saw the disparities in the bigger games, where they just got pounded physically. But I think Nebraska has spent the last 2 or 3 years getting bigger. I mean, it seems like every lineman we sign is 6'8", 6'4", 6'5". That's good in theory if they got the dog in them, but then sometimes, if you're trying to just only recruit the measurables, sometimes the biggest measurable that you need is what's inside of you. And Coach McBride used to say, like, it's all great that, you're so-and-so coming out of high school. I just wish I could, see what's inside you, whether your stuff is pumping the real stuff or Kool-Aid.
Well, we find out every Saturday. That is a real thing. We'll find out.
But I do think that the caller has there's some to it, but I don't think that'll solve all the issues.
Yeah, and it's not. None of this is simple. That's why it hasn't been fixed. That's my take. Is that?
Yeah, I mean, but you got to think. Let's pump the brakes here. The defense at times last year tackled really well. I think towards the end of the season they had a couple games, but they were playing against better teams. So you're going into games knowing you're playing against Ohio State. You're gonna probably miss some tackles. You get what I'm saying? It's just, any team, they're allowed to have good athletes, and this is what I always said, even like leading up to the season. Yes, the schedule looks easy, but you have to respect that everybody on that schedule, including the Ohio State, have went back to the drawing board and was finding ways to get better. Whether it's guys that you hadn't heard of before, guys coming back off an injury, in Northwestern's case, both of them, they're big defensive end. We'll call him AA. Him and Hall are roommates, and they say we connected because we both went through the rehab process. So, I mean, you just have to respect that. Now, this is not making any excuses, but at the end of the day, it is fixable. But it's not like this team isn't capable of tackling. So that's why I think it could be remedied. I wouldn't say pretty quickly, but it can be done.
There's nothing wrong that a win won't fix, but my goodness gracious. Let's throw the break. Second hour, Old School coming up. Don't go anywhere.
You're listening to Old School with DP and J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
The Labor Day savings event is going on now at Schaefer's. Take advantage of store-wide savings, interest-free financing, and special Labor Day cashback rebates. Right now, save on Whirlpool and Maytag appliances with up to $500 in rebates. Plus, when you update your kitchen appliances with new energy-efficient Whirlpool or Maytag models, you can take up to 18 months to pay interest-free. Hurry in for the Labor Day savings event going on now at Schaefer's, 48th and R, Lincoln.
The weather in Nebraska is unpredictable every day, and that's no fun when you're trying to golf. Double Eagle Golf in West Lincoln is now open to let you play in perfect indoor conditions daily. Double Eagle Golf has 5 simulator bays to hit in, by far the most in Lincoln, and has a fully stocked bar with beers and cocktails for you to enjoy while you play. Double Eagle Golf is open each weekday from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m., so you can start the day there, take a client over lunch, or end the night with friends. Check out Double Eagle Golf today inside the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street.
Hey, buying a used vehicle sucks, and the biggest problem is who can you trust? Hey, this is Carl from Price Right Auto out here at West O Street in Lincoln. Here's what customers have told us they want from us. They want transparent pricing with no games. We have all of our pricing on our website, plus a Carfax report. We don't want to buy a lemon. We include a 3-month warranty on all of our vehicles. We don't want to play games. Just make it simple. You saw that with non-commissioned salespeople. Can you trust us? Just check out our Google reviews. Again, this is Carl from Price Right Auto on West O. Check us out at pricerightauto.com.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful. I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman. Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back in the future.
Sauter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SauterHeyman.com.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric brings exciting career opportunities for you or someone you know. They are now hiring plumbers, electricians, and HVAC techs and installers to continually build their professional team. They offer competitive pay and full benefits packages that include health, dental, vision, PTO, and 401k options. Action has created a positive team environment for over 50 years. Apply online at actionlincoln.com.
If you need to sell equipment and trucks, Ritchie Brothers' new Lincoln Satellite Yard lets you free up space at your property and get local access to all Ritchie Brothers auctions. Drop your equipment off and sell it online at any Ritchie Brothers auction, Iron Planet, or via Marketplace E. The yard is at 8801 US 6 Lincoln. It's secure and makes for easy in-person buyer inspections and pickup. Take advantage of this yard to sell at Ritchie Brothers' Great Plains Regional Auction, September 15th and 16th. For details, visit rbauction.com/Lincoln.
You know you want that smoky, tangy, sweet, and spicy sauced and tossed Wingstop. But you just brought a haul of groceries home from the store. It's cool. No one expects you to shop and cook in the same day. So let the flavor experts at Wingstop hook you up with mouth-watering wings, crispy tenders and thighs, fries and sides delivered to your door. You can always cook tomorrow. That's why the fridge was invented. Get it delivered at wingstop.com.
Order your Wingstop online at 28th and Superior, 50th and O Street, and 29th and Pine Lake. Problem gambling can destroy an individual's finances, relationships, physical, and mental health. If you or a loved one are struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment Center's 24-hour helpline at 402-476-2300. That's 402-476-2300. There's a lot of realtors in Lincoln, but don't get overwhelmed by all the names. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realtor Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate is your go-to option when buying or selling residential and commercial property. Ben's team offers unbeatable customer service and promises to make the buying and selling process as stress-free as possible. Call Ben today at 402-419-6309 for all your real estate needs. Ben Bleicher with Professional Realty Group at Berkshire Hathaway Ambassador Real Estate. No pressure, just professionalism.
I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you out because only you can prevent wildfires.
Hey, Assistant Smokey Bear, call me Papa Bear because I'm grilling up dinner. You get it?
Yes, good job.
So what should I do with all these coals?
Don't just toss them out. Put them in a metal container because those embers can start a wildfire.
I understand. The stakes are high.
Ha, 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 ha.
Learn more at SmokeyBear.com.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is Old School, sponsored by the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. Broadcasting veteran Derek Pearson.
When you find something that moves them, that makes them smile, celebrate it. That's your task. That's your superpower.
Nebraska Football Hall of Famer Jay Foreman.
Rifles a pass. It was tipped. It's picked off by Foreman. He's at the 15, 10, 5. He'll score!
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hour number 2 of Old School. I got a nice night for you. Sam Hoiberg show. 6 o'clock. So right after this, it'll be Sam Hoiberg show. Special guest, Mom. Double the Hoiberg, double the fun. So don't go anywhere. And then right behind that, Kyle Perry, as baseball heads into its first media presser Thursday, I believe, on some of their workouts. They're back in it. We'll find out how Kyle's doing. We'll find out, get some insight on that as well. And then we'll go back and run. You know, the Red Baron was on with Rashawn. There's lots to talk about. So we'll run that. Beautiful night for you.
A little nightcap.
Yeah, hang out a little bit. and do your thing. 402-464-5685. Starter Heyman text line. Honda Lincoln hotline if you want to join in the Starter Heyman live video stream, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter live. Jump on it. Why have you not subscribed to YouTube? What do you wait? What do you like? We're trying to help you. We're trying to make it easy. We'll just bring the programming to you. Like, you can do that. Jay, the Mercado.
The Mercado has certified Piedmontese beef with their own special ingredients, and they have plenty of other meats and cuts. A great restaurant, great feel down there. Makes you feel at home. Great service too, which has obviously been a big issue. Obviously here recently all across the board. But Mercado is where you need to be. It's good for even the guys to go hang out, to get a good steak or a good cut of meat, or if you have a special occasion with a birthday or loved one as well.
Yeah, it's and to that, we had a texter say that it's a birthday in the household, and they're actually getting a new house. Actually getting a house. Text in your name so that we can celebrate you as well. And again, if you guys have other submissions for Beatrice Baker Care Package, make somebody smile, somebody you care about, do so now. You can do it on a text line or otherwise. Yes,
GP,
sir.
I also want to give a shout out and make sure that you guys do know that you should be subscribing to YouTube because we're at 1.3.
That's still,
we've been climbing.
That's 25% of
people.
what we should have.
Mm-hmm.
That's 25% of
more.
what we should have. So they should be doing that as well. Don't know. I can't make people do it. But download the app. So we were at State Fair all of last week. And there were folks who would come up to the booth. And of course, we were partnered with Beatrice Bakery. And folks would come up, would ask, and would ask about the station. They go, wait a minute, we have a sports station? What? They were listening to rock stations to get their sports.
Yeah, out there. And
they're like, wait a minute, who's on air? So they go on the
Grand
website.
Island.
We sit them on the website, and they look around and go, wait a minute, Jay Foreman's on? Wait a minute, Sippo's on? Wait a minute, Rashawn's on? So then we had to teach folks, actually had to take their phone sometimes and download the app.
Download the app, teach them how to
right?
use it.
But the other way is we said it. You could find us on Facebook. You can like us on Facebook, and you get to see the video stream. You can like us on YouTube. You can follow us on subscribe, like and subscribe on YouTube. You can find us on Spotify. You can find us on Twitter Live if that's what you want to do. Just go to Twitter and follow 937 Ticket, and it'll bring it to you when we go live. And then we assume that people are comfortable with that and people do it well. No, that wasn't the case. There are a lot of people we had to do it for.
Shout out to Natural Born Sker. He says, love you guys. Made sure that I am subbed. So we know that he is subscribed. We appreciate you.
There you go, Tad. There you go. Give us that info, Tad. That's good stuff. Thank you for doing that. From the text line as well, Starter Heyman text line. Question for Jay. Do you think Shenander can coach us to a championship defense given the current recruiting that is done? Does Wisconsin recruit better? And that's from Paul on the text line.
No, I think just going on pure recruiting numbers, I think ours are just as good as anybody in the Big Ten. I think we beat Michigan or something like that. So I don't think it's a recruiting.
You don't think
thing.
it's recruiting? Okay.
No, I think they got the players. They just got to play better. I think everybody, we got to pump the brakes on the panic button here. They played like booty. Right, Boutte, if it's the French version, right? Granted, it's magnified for several reasons. Number one, it's the first game of the year. Number two, it's against Northwestern, a team that everybody under the sun picked you to beat. Number three, it's a Big Ten West opponent. Number four, it's a pressure-packed season, win at all costs type of season. So you would assume that everything would be buttoned up. But let's not push the panic button and act like, these guys aren't capable of, potentially playing good defense or have the capabilities from a coaching standpoint, leadership standpoint, continuity, or what character, whatever, catchword you want to use as a defensive unit to make a recovery and learn from it. I think it's a dose of reality for some guys. I think some guys, when you had a lot of super seniors, and you were kind of there, and then you kind of, sometimes people can assume that you are them or you're their accolades based on at times the way that they played. So now it's your time to be the guy, and it is different. Then you mix in essentially two new safeties, right? Miles Farmer played a couple games last year, but two new safeties and a new corner. So three other. So they are inexperienced at playing with each other. And safety is a little bit is probably more pressure packed because you control the second level. You have multiple responsibilities, and you have to be interchangeable.
And if you make a mistake, it's a score.
Yeah, that's it. So you have to be aggressive but cautious, smart and detailed. But then you have to be willing to take some chances. So and plus it's different playing spot duty, right? And then being the guy. And if you don't get off to a good start, right, and if you by halftime start to show some chinks in your armor. That's where Northwestern likes to, like I said, they like to devil in those kind of muddy waters and those rapid waters because that's how they play football. They're going to try to out execute you and make you beat them.
Pushback here on the text line, Jay. JP says Frost has had 30 doses of reality. Pump the brakes, ? It's year 5.
No, I'm talking about individually for players. Okay. So like, if I could subconsciously really believe the hype that I'm getting, and sometimes you can, like I said, I want to pump the brakes in the sense of I believe in the guys that I know down there that I, spend some time with. So, but sometimes you can get ahead of yourself, and sometimes the game doesn't go as you planned, and you maybe forget, or you just are kind of in this no man's land, or how to, stop it. And so, mix in a lot of new faces that haven't played in the deep. It's one thing to play in practice and execute in practice, look at it up on the board or look at it on film, and this play, everything looks great. But getting out, that's the hardest thing about coaching. You could literally take every play that Northwestern ran and run them in practice, but right, and Northwestern wouldn't get a yard. What's coming.
Right.
But at the end of the day, when you get out there, those guys have got to survive. So I think it's a good learning lesson for all of them. And so I envision and assume they'll bounce back and, hopefully continue to build and play better. And that goes for offensively as well. As much as you've done some good stuff, let's try to do it some more, especially down the stretch. And that's kind of, the yin and yang and the complementary football.
But you and Vershawn, AD, you all talk about ones versus ones. Like at Nebraska at its best is ones versus ones. It's hard to simulate game speed with Division I Power 5 people against scout team.
Depends on your scout team players. Heck, granted, like you said, we had depth. When we was on scout team, we had some dudes,
right?
And sometimes there would be some guys that were on second team come down and get some reps based on if somebody was at class.
Do you think that's happening now? Do you think there's scout? There's that sort.
I'm assuming. I'd like to think those young players aren't just punching dummies, or what I mean. I like to think that they're giving them a good look. But then when you get a chance to go one-on-ones against ones, and you're just mainly doing concepts, because just say when we were doing a lot of RPO, that's not what Northwestern does. So you gotta kind of try to script it to where you're getting good work, because you want to make sure that you're just getting some good competition. So whether it's one-on-ones, you're probably doing that at least 2 or 3 times a week. And everything you need, one-on-ones are like a half line drill with, 3 linemen and, 1 defensive lineman and 1 linebacker and maybe 1 edge, there's 3-on-3, or you could go 4-on-3 or try to simulate that to, get some, good, get good looks against each other. They used to go down in the pit and just get after it, and that's the type of intensity that you're able to have and draw it back upon and go on and, try to play and finish some of these games. So, I think really more than the one-on-ones, what they need to do is they just need to look at, and I'm sure they have it. It's already Wednesday. I'm sure they already had practice today. So they've already had hopefully 2 practices. You're almost at hump day, and you're looking at the next game right down the barrel. So I'm assuming that they've kind of hopefully looked at and recognized what they didn't do in all 3 phases well, and worked on those, remedied those, critiqued those, and then also accentuate what you did well, because what the careful line that what I think Scott was trying to do is you have to walk that careful line when you have a young, inexperienced team. You don't want to have them have a fragile mindset that it's the end of the world, but you also inside of the locker room, you have to make sure that you're kicking it to them straight. And then you also have to provide a plan and a clear plan on how we're going to remedy this. And it's not an easy fix because we have got to get some goodwill equity back.
Yeah, that's because that's what's having folks waver is in some cases it's an easy fix. The other cases not. There's just a lot of things. There are a lot of holes to plug. There is, but
there isn't. But I think I'm a firm. I believe, and maybe this is just me and bias, but I just think you can fix tackling. Like if you fix like playing together as a team, I think you automatically fix tackling, because when you do that and you're in the right spot and you're fundamentally sound, the tackles become less stressful. You get what I'm saying?
But it hasn't happened.
They've tackled well majority of the year last year.
Really?
Yeah, they tackled well majority of the year last year. Like towards the end, they didn't. But you're playing, like I said, you're playing against better competition.
Well, I mean, but that's the schedule,
right?
You're in the Big Ten Conference. You're not in the MEAC. This is
right. But in the Big Ten Conference, they tackled pretty well against like Oklahoma. They tackled pretty well. They tackled pretty well, definitely against Michigan State. Probably played Michigan State defensively better than anybody did all year, besides Ohio State, which Ohio State blew them out the water.
So then it's consistency, right?
Yeah, that's it. That's what it comes down to.
Okay.
So that's why you like to think that they consistently will get back to it.
Nathan, Scott Frost was asked, and I'm a little weird when I hear it, right? When you talk about not being prepared for a scheme. Well, they showed it. They line up in ways. They had a scheme that we hadn't seen before.
What are you talking about?
Do you have the clip of Scott Frost talking about once again the coaching staff being walked into schemes that
Nate don't got it.
We don't have
so
that
it didn't
one
happen.
saved.
That's
Well,
Jake.
I don't know about that.
Do you have the clip? Look at Jake.
Yeah, he'll tell you. Well, they played it. I'll find the
Jake.
quote.
Look at Jake. Look,
I'll find the quote.
Look, he texting Sip. Should we play this on air? Sip, is this okay for radio?
Hold on.
Somebody said they saw Sip on the sidelines. They say he all jacked up. Asked him if he's on Nugenics. I ain't seen him.
That's funny. I thought as he said it, it flashed back to last year, which was, well, Illinois ran some things. Yeah, it's in there. Yeah, that he put. Have you ever been out on the field, Jay, where there was a scheme that you had not seen before?
Yes.
Okay. So what
and
happened?
It took us a dang half, I think, to figure it out. And I don't even know if we figured it out after halftime.
Yeah.
But we figured it out eventually. We played Oklahoma State down at Arrowhead Stadium, first game of the year, and we were better than them. You know, it was my senior year or whatever. And they came out with, I swear to God, it felt like they had 45 linemen.
Just dudes everywhere.
Right? And we still were in our base 4-3. So no matter where I lined up at, it was dang if you do, damn if you don't. So then we tried to make one adjustment and go to a little bit of a bubble defense. Well, that was then you're an easy target, right? The bubble defense. And they were making some hay on us, but then we were always holding our head above water because when they passed, they couldn't do anything, right? And then on defensively, they put in a whole new defense. They ran like this triangle defense with like nobody in front of the guards, but like three linebackers. It was the weirdest thing. I was lucky. What is defense? Well, I was like Rex Ryan out there and
trying to talk it through, right?
Then they were, hey man, they were knee deep in us. But then we went down there and we put in like 5 defensive linemen and we just started housing fools.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if this is
2 quarters.
If this is the clip that you guys are looking for, but this is why did Northwestern have so much success in the run game? So I think this will answer some of our questions here.
Scheme. I think we probably needed to rotate a little more with a few guys. We had some guys that played 90 snaps and came out of the game looking fresh as a daisy. I know Q, you're going to talk to Q today, and he played 90 snaps between special teams and defense and looked as fast on the 96 plays he did on the first. Some of the guys in the trenches, maybe there needs to be a little better rotation there to make sure we're a little fresher at the end of the game and we're not leaning too much on a couple guys. But mostly I give them credit. They hit us with a couple schemes in 4-minute drill that we hadn't seen before and that we didn't practice and fit up right. And that led to a couple crease runs that extended a couple of those drives.
See, this is why you guys need to be on the stream, because you can see Jay Foreman's face. The things that his face says that he can't say. So I
mean, it happens though,
right?
And they make adjustments, you know. And that, but then if you can go down back to your principles, you generally will survive. You know what I'm saying? And I think just Nebraska just kind of didn't do that, and then we didn't tackle well, and they go hand in hand.
Well, but this is as AJ says. In reference to the Oklahoma State game, you were just talking about, you're saying that coaches make adjustments. Crazy concept.
We made a couple of adjustments. AJ, was his name AJ?
Yeah.
AJ. I can tell you, okay, the great Charlie McBride, we did not have an answer. I remember coming off the sideline, he asked me, who's blocking you? I said, everybody.
Cheerleader.
Straight up.
Cheerleader, hot dog vendor.
The guard came up on me. The tackle hit me. After I got off of him, here come the tight end. I said, man, everybody blocking me, man. I don't know which one. So that was. I don't even think we got
Barry Sanders' mother. Like everybody was hitting.
I don't even think we barely had any like film or like, you know how you get the pictures. I think we would get the pictures. We were getting the pictures as we were going back out there. We was like, we didn't know what we were doing. We were trying to shift and overload, but eventually we put in 2 more defensive linemen and took out a DB. And then we were ready to party. But yeah, we made some adjustments, and I'm sure Nebraska did too. We just didn't play well. You know, you can sit up there and ask the coach about scheme and all that stuff. I mean, they're allowed to run things a little bit different. They can go from, one of the things I remember 2 years ago up at Northwestern, they hit a couple of our young defensive linemen. I think it might have been Ty Robinson or something, and Casey Rogers with some traps, right? Because we were getting up the field. That's what you do, young guy. Get him a field. Mm-hmm. Can you play the trap block? Hit us a couple times there. They might have changed it up from, they weren't able to run the ball last year against us because we were up by so much. So then, and then some of the schemes that they had to run last year was probably a little bit different based on their lack of offensive line play and the players that they didn't have. And they had added another running back that they really like. So, I think generally if Nebraska would have been able to adjust on the field, and that's the guys, right? You like to think that these guys can slow the, you know what I mean? Like corral the troops or whatever, and get us, back to survival mode. But it just never got there.
My main issue is that for the last 2 opening games, this statement has been made. And I like to say the truth is about opening day, and I said it about Nebraska's opening day, is you just don't know. There's so many things you just don't know. You don't know who the personnel is, what the rotations are, changing adjustments. I get that. But I also get it's your job to have an answer for whatever is done.
Right. Yeah, and it's a little bit hard in that situation when you're in 4 minute. And say if they change their stuff 4 minutes, there's only 4 minutes left.
That's only when the game is won. So I don't know why it would be important to be competent in that and doing
But then,
but
in the end of the day, no. If they have ran 4 minute drill a certain way, and then they change like on the fly, there's not enough time to say timeout. There's just not enough time. But
they had timeouts.
But at the end of the day, don't hang on to the scheme thing. Like, don't ask a question.
Make a play.
And get the answer. No, I'm talking about don't ask Scott a question. He answers it.
Yeah.
And then be mad at the answer. Because then he won't answer the question. Then you're going to be mad he don't answer the question. Because he can't answer the question and say, we did well in the run game. Nothing surprised us and nothing got us. Because if he says that, then everybody's like saying you're lying. So the answer is we didn't tackle well. They changed up their scheme, and the good answer, they just flat out kicked our butt.
Folks, before we get a break, the word I'd like for you all to look up over the break is accountability. That part. We'll be right back.
Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
There's nothing quite like the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese beef. The Mercado offers unique ingredients you can't find anywhere else, open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The full-service butcher shop and retail store is wonderful for meat lovers with their exclusive Certified Piedmontese beef and assorted sausages, plus other quality meats, including pork, chicken, and a wide range of the freshest seafood. Plus, every Friday from 11 to 2, the Mercado serves up the best lunch in town on their Friday Feast menu. Stop in at the Mercado today at 84th and Havelock or visit their website at cpmercado.com to see current deals.
If you need to sell equipment and trucks, Ritchie Brothers' new Lincoln Satellite Yard lets you free up space at your property and get local access to all Ritchie Brothers auctions. Drop your equipment off and sell it online at any Ritchie Brothers auction, Iron Planet, or via Marketplace E. The yard is at 8801 US 6 Lincoln. It's secure and makes for easy in-person buyer inspections and pickup. Take advantage of this yard to sell at Ritchie Brothers Great Plains Regional Auction, September 15th and 16th. For details, visit rbauction.com/Lincoln. Bagels and Joe is in full summer mode. They'll add cold foam to the top of any iced coffee. Plus, they now have a Joe Coffee Club. Get unlimited drip coffee for just $8.95 per month. And don't forget their delicious breakfast burritos and sandwiches. Bagels and Joe, 4 Lincoln locations.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful. I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman. Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back. For sure.
Sauter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SauterHeyman.com.
Casey's General Stores is giving away 2 tickets to each Nebraska football home game this season. To enter, just head to any Casey's General Store location in Lincoln during the football season, scan the QR code at the front counter, and fill out the online form. One winner will be chosen at random 2 days before that week's game. So head over to Casey's, stock up on all your tailgating snacks and drinks, and register to win 2 tickets to a Nebraska football game, brought to you by Casey's General Store and 93.7 The Ticket.
Problem gambling can destroy an individual's finances, relationships, physical, and mental health. If you are a loved one or struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment Center's 24-hour helpline at 402-476-2300. That's 402-476-2300.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric is the call I make when I have a need for plumbing services. Whether it's for my home or office, if I need a repair to a water heater, softener, or even my garbage disposal, I know I can count on Action to help. In one simple call, their amazing customer service team promptly schedules a service call, often getting to my needs within a day. Action delivers honest, quality services we can count on. To learn more, visit actionlincoln.com.
Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. It's soul food right here in Lincoln. Ribs, wings, catfish, coleslaw, cornbread, grits. I mean, I'd say it's food like your grandma used to make, but my grandma never made food like that. If you haven't already, you've got to give it a try. Check out their location across from South Point at 27th and Pine Lake, or find their food truck at events all over town, or visit them online at maryellens.com to see the full menu. Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. Let them fix you a plate.
Bauer Infrastructure is a new name from a well-established brand, and they're paving the way to progress. And they're hiring. Bauer Infrastructure is hiring truck drivers, carpenters, truck mechanics, and equipment operators. And they have industry-leading benefits to maintain a work-life balance. Bauer offers paid time off and paid holidays, a matching 401k plan, medical, dental, vision, life, and disability insurance, a clothing allowance, and more. Start your new career today by applying at BauerInfrastructure.com.
Hi, I'm Smokey Bear, and I made an assistant to help you prevent wildfires.
Dude, I've got this. I've been camping since I was 5 years old.
But I am a camping influencer.
You know what? I'll bet you $5. Assistant Smokey, what is the best way to put out a campfire?
To put out a campfire, drown with water, stir, drown again, Then make sure the fire is out cold by feeling with the back of your hand.
Wait, really?
I'll take the $5.
Learn more at SmokeyBear.com.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
Early break with Sip and Jake.
You know what I want, Sip? I want to be wrong in a good way. I want to be wrong about that, hey, my thoughts that if they lost that game, the season's going to go south quick. I want to be wrong. Prove us wrong. Nebraska has not proven us wrong
how are they going to do
in
that?
a very long time.
Let's stay on point. How are they going to do that? I think most people, objective, reasonable people, walked away from that game saying Nebraska's got a good quarterback.
Early break with Sip and Jake from 6 to 8 every weekday morning. This is Old School on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Oh, welcome back.
Hey, can you, Nate? Can you take clips and then, like, if it's like, say, like somebody says something for like 10 seconds, can you like snapshot that and just put it on a loop?
Yeah.
Do you want me to do that?
No. Well, the one yesterday where DP was talking about they were living their best life. They started defensive stop, touchdown, turnover, touchdown. But you know what's funny?
Still lost.
You with the prom queen, bro. Like, you won. You won.
I watched that. So I went back and watched the game again. And I really started watching because I thought, like, man, he's just over exaggerating. You know what I'm saying?
Nope.
Like, this dude really was
in
serious.
like 6 minutes.
No,
too.
bro. It
happened
was
like that.
like,
hello.
Yeah, I
right?
know.
Like you on a yacht with the prom queen drinking champagne. You got Cristal going, the best steaks from Nebraska, the best corn from Nebraska.
You ran out of gas on Atlantic Ocean.
And then you
ran out of
decided
gas.
You had some certified Piedmontese.
right, and then you said, you know what? There's a rock.
Full steam ahead.
We should go right over.
You know what you did was you went out there and said, "Man, I don't need that extra tank of gas.
No!
We'll get back."
Hey, bro, can I help you? Run into that rock, man. This text is hilarious. I can't even read it. Fat Phil, that text is borderline Hall of Fame good. Like, that text went all the way in. Nathan, am I wrong in that?
You're right.
Jay, can we?
Oh, Gus. I gotta figure out. I gotta probably bring my own computer in here and figure out how to do it. These dudes be on this text line be off the chain.
Wearing it
I
out.
Don't they?
Wearing it out. I have to say that for both of you,
Ellis in Illinois. I like the names though. Ellis.
yeah. Gus and Fat Phil. Can I offer you guys Beatrice Bakery? Can I offer you guys that just for that? Just for your text in that space. Pretty good stuff.
Is Cortland is that a Nebraska town? Cortland, Nebraska?
It's
got to be John and Cortland.
I've met John and Cortland a couple times.
He said,
He's
"What
probably
happens?
in
What happens
Nebraska.
if you drop the brass ring on the merry-go-round? No damn free ride."
All right, Gus, stop by the station. We got you hooked up. Fat Phil, stop by the station. We got you hooked up.
Gus, you play no games.
Oh, all of that
None.
text. Oh, that's spectacular. We're at that phase now.
We got to move on to North Dakota, though.
Well,
because we can't keep.
Well, I want to
it's
celebrate the offense first, and then the last segment we'll look at North Dakota, because the offense did a thing.
Offense what?
Nebraska's offense had the rare triple crown of a 300-yard passer, a 100-yard pass receiver, and a 100-yard rusher, and then lost. Because the number that would go through that is 300, 100, 100, and then 31 points. Because if you do those things,
Northwestern did the same thing.
If you do those things,
almost.
Well, they did.
So they wouldn't have shoot out of the OK Corral.
Yeah, it worked for them.
We have 2 less bullets.
we
You didn't put your bullets in, Nate, when you went to the
But
shootout.
Ryan Helinski, too, of all things. My God. He looked like a Heisman finalist out there.
Okay, let me ask you this.
He's terrible.
Okay, let me ask you this. And this is being honest, because I think your response is impulsive. All right. So now you're coming into, Dr. Phil. Now you're sitting.
What
on
are
my
we doing?
test.
Are you about to defend Helinski? Oh, my God.
Hold on. I'm not
All
defending.
right.
I'm
All
asking
right.
you questions.
All right.
Are you open to asking and
All
answering
right,
these questions?
let's try and spin this to tell
Okay,
me he's
let
any
me
good.
ask you this. This has nothing to do with Ryan Helinski. Is an athlete or a person or player allowed to get better at said job or responsibility?
Of course.
Yes or no?
Of course.
Okay. If you're a Division I athlete, right, it's safe to say you're a Division I athlete for a reason on scholarship.
Absolutely.
Generally,
Yeah.
you have some sort of potential or something.
100%.
So to get to where you're at and especially at a Power 5 school, regardless of the school, you have to have something, right?
Talent,
Right,
skill.
talent, skill. You got to do something,
Or just
curious
luck.
where you're going
Or
with
just
this.
luck.
You see what I'm saying is
I
he's allowed to get better,
And
right?
he definitely got better. I'm going to tell you right now.
Then stop the conversation.
He
there.
looked like a Heisman candidate, and
No,
he will
didn't.
not even
See,
be a
you're-
Big Ten
see,
selection.
You're the same person that saw Graham Mertz play against a bunch of high school kids and thought that he was the second coming of Joe
It's
Montana.
Nebraska. It's Nebraska, and you're telling me that he can throw for over 300 yards and 2 touchdowns?
Jay,
I'm not even going
from the text line. This was Nebraska.
What are we doing?
This was Nebraska.
Come on, man.
This is
I
Nebraska.
can't mess with you
This
guys.
is Nebraska.
I gotta go.
This
I
is
can't
this,
play with you guys no more,
This
man.
is Nebraska up 28-17, right? They're in the boat. They're in the yacht. They're being led. And then you know who's to blame? Dude driving. Dude driving this. This dude, it's your fault. Like, you're doing too much. Wait. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Oh,
I
ain't never seen both. He ain't got no look.
Nathan, did you pull that video up off the text line?
That girl right there in the green.
That was Casey.
Look at this.
That was Casey Thompson. Casey was like, he was shotgun. Like, hey, I just drove us to 2
Where
scores.
is he out? Is he asleep?
Oh, he nighty night. So we need what we need is we need one of our really tech savvy fans to pull up this video.
No.
Nathan.
I want to make this very clear. That's the guy that toasted Nebraska for 311 yards and a perfect passer rating. Are you kidding me?
Are you showing me what?
This is Ryan Helinski. Look at that.
So what? He's not a handsome young man to you?
Oh my God.
I mean, what? I mean, I'm just asking. Is he not a?
I would be more
Okay.
intimidated by Nick Sainert on the football field.
Oh wow.
It's
That's
not about
personal.
intimidation.
That's personal.
It's not about
That is
intimidation.
personal.
No, that
Nick,
wasn't
call
personal.
in.
I'm
Nick,
just-
call
I
in.
was calling out
Hold
Ryan
on,
Helinski. I'm not calling
I'm
out
just
Nick.
asking. You're trying to say he's not allowed to get better?
He absolutely he had a perfect passer rating.
I'm gonna
He had
ask.
311 yards and 2 touchdowns.
I'm gonna ask
I
Harrison.
know. I
a
watched the
question.
game 4 times.
Harrison,
I've seen it.
Harrison,
But
okay.
you're saying that like he.
So Harrison, I have a
he's
question
not be able
for
to, like he's not supposed to play. Good.
I have a question for you.
Like he can't.
How good are you at like taking a video that exists and then putting names over people in the video? Can you do that?
Don't do it, Harrison.
Like, yeah, what do you mean? Just
Like,
put names
okay.
of people in the video?
Yeah. So if we took this video,
Okay.
and we wanted to put certain names on the video, because this is Nebraska in the 3rd quarter, right? Living their best life. They're on the yacht.
Man, homeboy hit
we know
his
who
head.
that is. We know who that is. We know who that is. And then all of a
That dude
sudden,
hit
because
his
you
head
didn't pay attention,
so hard, ham and bean.
right?
Yeah, we can throw it together on Premiere.
Yeah,
we can throw something
I
together.
think that should be done.
Yeah,
He
I'll
hit
get that
his head
ready.
So hard.
I did. Hey, she ended up on her back.
No, but that dude in the white.
The dude driving.
I'm watching it right now.
Look at him. I mean, he ain't woke up for 5, 6. He ain't wake up. He didn't get up for like 10 seconds.
And then the boat just lands in Dublin. The boat just
Hey,
stops.
I hope there wasn't those good sunglasses.
Right?
Watch the sunglasses.
Right?
There
Wow.
you go.
Then the water got her.
Yeah. You get the double whammy. Bum bum. Bum bum bum.
Oh, the
The best seat was in the back. That's you can stand up as you want. I'm sitting down. they said strap in. Nah, we want to get the wind in our face.
That was
I
Apple.
still can't believe that you're defending Nebraska.
that
after
was
getting torched by Ryan.
I'm not.
That was
defending
Applewhite in the back.
But Nate, hold on. Nate.
He got better. I will
Nate,
give you that.
Nate. I started. You need to learn how to be an active listener.
I'm listening.
An active listener is listening without talking.
I'm listening.
I'm not
I'm
defending
still mind blown.
anything Nebraska did defensively and how they played. What I'm saying is Ryan Helinski in a one game showcase he's probably ran. This is the best he's ever going to look. Is allowed to play good.
If the season ended today, he'd win the Heisman.
You're too much.
If it ended today, he had a perfect passer rating for 311 yards and 2 touchdowns. He's
This
not
is the best he's played.
But
it was
and
up
Nebraska allowed it. Nebraska allowed him to have the game of literally his life. That's the best game he's played in his entire life.
Yeah,
and Nebraska allowed it.
I know.
He has
that's a problem. That's a problem.
He has a different girlfriend today than he had when he left Dublin.
Hey man, I'm telling you this right here. Y'all,
and he upgraded.
Hey, y'all think them dudes are some nerds, man. I'm telling you. Anytime I played against a dude with the last name Ski,
you get work.
No,
you get work.
Hey,
yeah.
I'm doing extra sets in the weight room, and I know he got a hard head. So they had the dude over there 77 that was for real, and his buddy, I think 76, the right tackle. He wasn't no punk either. So both the dudes came. You know who they were?
Skoronsky, Helinski. Yeah,
one was the one-man gang, the wrestler one-man gang, and the other one was Big Boss Man.
Man,
you know what I'm saying? They came in there like Bruiser Brody throwing cats right out. Hey, they checked ID like when I had my fake ID, and the dude, he's like, "This ain't you." They said, "Nah, man, how dare you come in here with that fake ID, and we're gonna just throw you up out the club."
I'm disingenuous. Has got my back.
Well, here's the thing. There are a couple of things. So we're sending the video.
You probably doing
a texter said, "Is ticket gear available at the station? Swapping Husker gear for ticket gear." yes, it is available. You can come and purchase it. You can do that. Yes, you can. Absolutely. Ham and beans, man. We owe you cake for that one. That's such a good. That's such a good text.
What Drizzlefish say? What do you say?
Helinski threw for 324 and 2 TDs against number 2 Bama.
Exactly.
Not at North. I don't think he was at Northwestern.
He was at South Carolina.
Carolina.
He's at 2 power schools.
And how much did Northwestern lose by? Like that, those stats are great. But how much? How much did South Carolina lose by when they played?
I don't know. Use your Google.
I want to know that answer.
Google.
Because Helinski, not only did he torch Nebraska,
but he
also
Alabama.
beat Nebraska. And I bet you South Carolina probably lost by like 30. Anyone could pad some stats.
Yeah, but stats are stats.
You ain't doing
facts are facts. Facts are facts. We can not like the circumstance, but facts.
You be the same person that say the third string at Alabama is better than Nebraska do. So you just take their L.
Whoa! I'm a big Casey Thompson guy.
No, not on defense. You're not. You just been dogging the defense for the last 25 minutes.
Listen, I think rightfully so. You even said if you scored 28 points, you should beat Northwestern.
They played like booty, but it was bootay. It was the French version.
French version of bootay.
So it had the little, you know how they put the little check up there in front of the A? That was bootay.
Yeah, they're letting you know.
Right.
They're letting you know. We'll throw the break. We'll close out old school. Yeah, we're not having any fun today. You got to laugh so you don't cry.
You're listening to Old School with DP and J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You know you want that smoky, tangy, sweet, and spicy sauced and tossed Wingstop. But you just brought a haul of groceries home from the store. It's cool. No one expects you to shop and cook in the same day. So let the flavor experts at Wingstop hook you up with mouth-watering wings, crispy tenders and thighs, fries and sides delivered to your door. You can always cook tomorrow. That's why the fridge was invented. Get it delivered at wingstop.com.
Order your Wingstop online at 28th and Superior, 50th and O Street, and 29th and Pine Lake. If you need to sell equipment and trucks, Ritchie Brothers' new Lincoln Satellite Yard lets you free up space at your property and get local access to all Ritchie Brothers auctions. Drop your equipment off and sell it online at any Ritchie Brothers auction, Iron Planet, or via Marketplace E. The yard is at 8801 US 6 Lincoln. It's secure and makes for easy in-person buyer inspections and pickup. Take advantage of this yard to sell at Ritchie Brothers' Great Plains Regional Auction, September 15th and 16th. For details, visit rbauction.com/Lincoln.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppel Chevrolet GMC, and things are cooking in Louisville. Right now, our pre-owned sales are off the charts, and we have loaded up the lots full of inventory. We've got a great supply of Sierras, Silverados, Tahoes, Yukons, and crossovers. Plus, we've got a great supply of back-to-school cars just in time for the big day. Don't forget about all of those new 2022 and 2023 units arriving every day as well. So please take that short, money-saving drive down 144th Street or shop online at coppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did.
Problem gambling can destroy an individual's finances, relationships, physical, and mental health. If you are a loved one or struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment Center's 24-hour helpline at 402-476-2300. That's 402-476-2300.
Bagels and Joe is in full summer mode. They'll add cold foam to the top of any iced coffee. Plus, they now have a Joe Coffee Club. Get unlimited drip coffee for just $8.95 per month. And don't forget their delicious breakfast burritos and sandwiches. Bagels and Joe, 4 Lincoln locations. There's nothing quite like the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese Beef. The Mercado offers unique ingredients you can't find anywhere else, open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The full-service butcher shop and retail store is wonderful for meat lovers with their exclusive certified Piedmontese beef and assorted sausages, plus other quality meats, including pork, chicken, and a wide range of the freshest seafood. Plus, every Friday from 11 to 2, the Mercado serves up the best lunch in town on their Friday Feast menu. Stop in at the Mercado today at 84th and Havelock or visit their website at cpmercado.com to see current deals.
Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. It's soul food right here in Lincoln. Ribs, wings, catfish, coleslaw, cornbread, grits. I mean, I'd say it's food like your grandma used to make, but my grandma never made food like that. If you haven't already, you've got to give it a try. Check out their location across from South Point at 27th and Pine Lake, or find their food truck at events all over town, or visit them online at maryellens.com to see the full menu. Mary Ellen's Food for the Soul. Let them fix you a plate.
Parents, now is the time to get your kids into one of the fastest growing sports in the Midwest, lacrosse. Signups are happening now for the Junior Rampage League fall season. Kids ages 6 to 14 are invited to join, with teams available for both first-time and experienced players. The focus will be on skill development with scrimmages throughout the fall. For more information, head to lincolnlax.net. Don't miss out on your chance to join the growing lacrosse movement with the Junior Rampage. Register today at lincolnlax.net. The season starts September 10th.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Another warm, late August day on the way. We'll top out near 90 this afternoon. A north wind at around 10, plenty of sunshine. Overnight clear skies with a low dropping down to around 58. Even warmer tomorrow with a high of 94. Very slim chance of some late afternoon storms. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Victor deployed for the first time to Afghanistan in 2003. At 4 a.m, my phone rang. They said, "I regret to inform you that your husband was wounded in action." Victor sustained a moderate traumatic brain injury. I was doing school full-time, and I was also then caring for Victor. One of the most important elements of caregiving is taking care of yourself. I just didn't want to forget that I also had goals and that I also had a life. What I did is I challenged Victor to meet me halfway. There are almost 6 million military and veteran caregivers across the nation. We have our own journey, and we can fulfill that journey at the same time that we are helping our loved one.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving for a free military veterans guide to navigate your caregiving journey and better care for your loved one and yourself. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We are back in old school. The last segment, I think, Nate There's nothing really else you can say. Besides, it wasn't a good performance.
Well, I will say, thanks to you guys, the text line's wilding out because Gus says, got to make it home in time to check you guys out on YouTube. Handsome group of guys. Good thing Pasty Nate isn't on screen.
Wow. That's
so.
He must see you in the morning.
He probably does. He's seen me on the video stream too. So,
Nate, you
All
have a
right.
clip that you want to.
I do. Here,
Yeah, let's play that.
Real quick. All right, here we go.
That now advances Nebraska to 5-21 in one-score games. They're the first major college football team to lose 7 straight games, all by single digits, since the AP poll debuted in 1936. And Scott Frost's now 3-23 when trailing or tied at halftime. That's their 8th straight loss where they were trailing at halftime.
What's up? What's happening?
Those are not the numbers you want to be good at. Those are not the numbers. You want to be good at.
I mean, it is what it is.
Well, again,
I mean,
the
you ain't
beauty
gonna-
of this
you-
now is
you-
that they have a chance to fix it.
I'm telling you, man. There's got to be a rabbit? Was it used to be a rabbit's foot?
Mm-hmm.
They got to have a rabbit's foot down there.
Who has the voodoo? Who has the Nebraska football voodoo doll?
Well, people on the text line say sacrifice Little Red is what we need to do.
They constantly say that, but Little Red was around when they won, so that's not that can't be it.
What you got a rabbit's foot? You want to know why you have a rabbit's foot?
Oh.
Because you have games like week 0 are also magnified. I had 4 reasons before. They're also magnified because you're the only show on TV. It's like a bowl game,
And you asked for it.
so it's like the day after Thanksgiving game where you're the one, right? That's the best game that you could think of Nebraska's playing. So you didn't play well, right? But you got some sort of luck on your side that you got a very easy schedule that you can turn it around. You get what I'm saying?
You hope.
You got a very easy schedule that you can turn it around. I mean, if there ever comes a bad loss, you'd rather to be the first week of the season versus when you it's make or break, and it's like say you played Northwestern last game of the season. That's what you go into the offseason with.
Also, what helps too is that yes, you have an easy schedule, and the way that it shapes out, the easier portion of your schedule is in the first half. So you can gain momentum in that
Right.
first half of the schedule to propel you into the second half,
Exactly.
which is helpful too.
Beauty of it all. There's nothing wrong. A win won't cure. Simplicity.
Yeah.
Wins.
Yeah.
Beating North Dakota ain't curing nothing
It's better than losing to them.
except short term.
Well,
We gotta
you
beat
can't say
Georgia
short-term
Southern.
memory.
I want to do it twice.
I worry about you, Jay Foreman, because you're bottling up. I need for you to let
Man,
like you're bottling up.
I just can't believe, man. I don't know how you do it, man. I don't know how you do it, man. I just be like, dog, I could just, I couldn't do it, man. I just couldn't do it.
You could if they let you in the building.
Yeah.
Simple truth. All right. Jay
I
Foreman.
still love them though.
Yeah, I know you love him. I know you love him. I know you do.
I don't hold a grudge though.
And
'Cause, I hadn't talked to my sister in like 10 years. So if I'm gonna hold a grudge, I'll hold that thing as long as possible.
Hilarious. Oh my goodness. Jay Foreman.
Oh man.
Thank you, Jay Foreman.
Man, I'm just saying, man.
Nathan Brennan.
You
thank
push
you
that
very
button,
much.
man. You mess around, go get something that you don't want, Nate.
Man,
I didn't even say anything.
I used to tell, don't let the light,
telling
don't
you.
let the light skin fool
Don't
you,
let
man.
Ryan Holinsky look like a Heisman kid.
Oh.
That's all I gotta say.
Don't go anywhere. Oh man, Sam Hoiberg up next. Special guest, Mom. Let's talk about it live here, 937 The Ticket, and ticketfm.com.